I'm John Harrison. I'm the founder of Solidarity Farm, CIC. We're based here in Northumberland, near Rothbury. We work with young people and we do three things really: alternative education, farm education visits, and we also do holiday camps. We capture all the multifunctional benefits and value of a farm to work with young people who are disenfranchised, who are facing exclusion, and we create a sense of belonging, develop new skills, doing different activities on the farm. And for us, it's all about building good relationships with young people and giving them opportunities that they probably would never have had, so that they can either go back into full-time education or develop new skills. There's a lot of young people that aren't in any form of education, and they've tried a lot of different interventions with them, and they need to have something completely different where you can disrupt some of those patterns of behaviour, stretch them a bit, and then, accompany them. Because where we find a lot of young people really, struggle with relationships and communication, and really work with them intensively on the farm, in our different spaces, in our forest school, and try and get them to recognise their own worth, and also get them away from their peers so that they can then start to discover new realities and cross thresholds for themselves. One of the reasons that I set this up is previously I worked in homelessness, and a lot of the people that I worked with were older, middle-aged men who had never had any opportunities, and I think if we had got to them much, much earlier, we could have helped them develop a very different life trajectory. So one of the reasons why I set this project up was to help young people, instead of having a lot of adverse childhood experiences, create a lot of positive childhood experiences that they can then take on into adult life. And we want to be working with these young people, for a long time, go on a journey with them and help them, really discover what they're good at, and, open up a whole range of possibilities for them. Northumberland Small Business Support is an organisation that we approached about purchasing a tractor from, that we could use in our educational offerings, but also that we could pull. We have a passenger trailer that we use for educational farm visits. The support we received was from Ben and Taya, who are part of the National Park team, and were absolutely wonderful from the very, very beginning. They outlined to me the support that was on offer, and then they accompanied me. They helped me fill in the application form, and I felt held through the whole process. And we were very fortunate as well that in the summer we were able to do a workshop on health and well-being that was also part of that. And it was a fantastic day, exploring a lot of different opportunities. We also had the National Park here, who have an amazing project called Green Pathways, and we're developing new linkages and new relationships. And it's definitely something we would like to do more of. It's helped us to grow as an organisation. We've recently recruited a new team member, a community coordinator, to help us work with local community groups and develop new relationships with organisations. Having the tractors allowed us to do many, many educational farm visits, and also develop a training offer for young people. So it's really opened up a whole new host of possibilities. It's very important because we are an early stage startup CIC. We're very, very small. We kind of have been operating hand to mouth to get started. There's a lot of tough times that we've gone through, and having these sort of funders and this kind of support to accompany us is kind of the difference between success and failure, really. It's like all organisations, you start small, like a little tiny seed, and then it gradually grows. Some wither and die. Others are able to flourish, but I think they only flourish if they can build up strong relationships, and also people can see their value. And we've definitely seen a big increase in our services and demand for what we offer. And that's only come about because we've had people who will go on the journey with us. Because when I first set this up, I took it a month at a time, and my planning horizon was very short. But as we've managed to get funders and people to come on the journey with us, we're now looking at years You know, we're starting to develop business plans, strategies, whereas prior to that, it was like, have we got enough money for the next month? Whereas now we're thinking, how much more impact can we have? How many more people can we work with? How do we build a team? You know, what can we do to reach more young people that need us? I think it proves that if you have grit and you have resilience and you never give up, you can succeed. Which is fairly obvious, but it's very hard in the climate that we're operating in to start new businesses. But you have to develop those relationships. You have to go and speak to people. And you know, some people won't listen to you, but other people do. And those are the people that you have to thank. And that's why I say again, thank you, Ben and Taya. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for supporting us. And thank you for going on the journey with us.